Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Race for an Empire. So, it's been a little while since the last set of updates. Reason being is because I've been first of all doing a bit of thinking about the future of this LP, and also I've had to take the time out to create this video. So, as you can see in the title, this is the final part of this LP, of this particular season of the LP anyway. The LP was titled Race for an Empire, and we've achieved that. We've taken the Flemings from King Bohemond at the start of this season through to Emperor Thorsten, the ill ruler of Britannia, who now holds the entirety of the British Isles and the northern tip of France. And therefore my goal that I set myself at the start of this season of the LP is accomplished. And therefore I think it's an appropriate place to leave off. Now there is still, potentially, quite a bit left to do before we could bring the LP to a complete conclusion. We have potential future claims in Denmark. My wife, Empress Vivara, the possessed lunatic, her mother has strong claims to Denmark, and therefore those will be passed down to her, and in turn potentially passed down to her children. And therefore our heir and next in line, now Prince Humphrey, after the tragic loss of Thorsten, he could have a future claim on Denmark, so Denmark could fall into our lap. We have Norway. We've just deposed King Ranald from Scotland and put on the throne Ness, our puppet, our vassal, and therefore he still has a strong claim to what was his before. We could potentially lock horns with him, and then have done with it, take Norway from him as well whilst we're at it. There's also Aquitaine and France that we turned our sights to at the last session, starting to try and marry some of our children down here and some of our family members down here to try and get a Fleming king of France and Aquitaine. Because if we can push a Fleming onto the throne because they are a Fleming, and kings can be vassals of emperors, they would then become part of Britannia as well. Now all of that's going to take time. It's going to take refocus and replanning, and I thought rather than have to motivate myself to achieve that now, I think it's best to leave this particular season of the LP on a high and start that next stage in the next season, which will culminate in locking horns once we have acquired the various different bits in and around here and increased our strength that bit further. The whole LP will finish with a locking of horns against the mighty Holy Roman Empire. Who would have thought it? An orphan Fleming boy would have spawned a dynasty that was capable of matching the great Holy Romans? That'll be a sight to see, and be interesting to see who comes out on top. When initially we first try to take back what they took from us, and then we push on further to take some of their land away from them and see how they like it, and become hopefully the mightiest empire in the world. There's still plenty of time left. That's all going to be next time. Season 3 will be appropriately entitled A Clash of Emperors. But to finish off this season properly, I have taken the time out to just give you some short snippets of the best bits. I hope you've enjoyed the season. I hope you've enjoyed the series as a whole, and I hope you will look forward to some point later this year to the finale, Season 3 of CK2 with the Flemings. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. King Bohemond of England, aged 53, the first Fleming king, greatly assisted by his father, George II of Normandy. His stats aren't marvellous, as you can see here. His traits ain't much better. Craven, paranoid, lisp, and stressed. Running a kingdom is obviously not an easy task, especially for a man who relied on his father so heavily and now finds himself in the mire. But he has a job to do, and as quickly as the Flemings rose to power, they can just as quickly topple off and the crown can fall off the damn head. So we've got to make sure that he stays there. So he's got to get his stuff in order. Now got Zello, is an uncle of ours. He's far removed from the succession line. He has no land. He probably doesn't crave any land, and he doesn't really hate me too much. So therefore we're going to show our charitable side and release this man. Let him live out the last few pathetic years of his existence with his family, his wife, and enjoy it. Far away from British lands, because I think he was initially over here somewhere. So as Zello walks past the dungeon, the door, the cell door of Torf, I'm sure Torf is smirking to himself, expecting to be next. But, well, we'll do him the honour of telling him ourselves, King Bohemond walking up to Torf and explaining to him in no certain terms that he's not going anywhere. He is a pretender and a successor, or whatever, claimant to the throne of England. And our good old Bohemond is a little bit paranoid, and as old age creeps up, paranoia increases. You get more and more paranoid. You see shadows where they're none. And I'm sure he thinks that Tor Fleming, although assisted in killing elder brother George, which put me on the throne, maybe he would have started up a second plot if was allowed to do so, to put me in an early grave so that he could become king. He's too dangerous a man to be allowed to walk free, and therefore he shall stay where he is. Brother, you did me a service, but you're still going to rot in prison, because I'm a paranoid old man and I can't trust you. Sorry to rain on your parade, buddy. So he's staying in prison, and I'm sure he's shaking the bar, screeching as King Bohemond walks away to never set his eyes upon his face again. Uh-oh, what's happening now? Oh. You dog! You turncoating... Oh my god, let me get sat down for this. Ugh. Earl Mitrofan, who we have just given an honorary title, given him his position back as Chancellor of England, has just turned against us. He's risen up in this bloody rebellion. Well, we've got a special bloody gift waiting for you once we've finished. Oh, cheeky devil. Woof! 28%. Right, let's keep on trucking. You want a white piece yet, buddy? You want a white piece? Oh, yes! Yes! I think we might be there. I think we might have achieved what we have set out to achieve, and that is peace and tranquility. As best as can be. They're accepting a white piece. They know their efforts are flawed, fruitless, and bound and doomed to failure. White peace it is. And voila! The Lords of England have approved the institution of the medium crown authority. Excellent job, my liege! You dare to open your trap after I have spared you in your uprising against me? You are pushing your luck, Mitrofan, and my patience only has so much. He dares to try and get me to release my plotting and scheming brother from prison? Perhaps Earl Mitrofan is part of the plot to get me thrown off the throne of England. No, I don't like the sound of it. You have just cost yourself your freedom, mister. How dare you? Thrown into prison. Well, bugger me. Bugger me indeed. Yep. No vassals are now fighting each other, and they can no longer fight because the medium crown authority is in place. So that's another feather in the cap of King Bohemond. He's managed to gain peace within England. We are going to change the succession law. This male domineering outlook, it is no good. Women can rule just as good as men. And in the Kingdom of England, maybe for the first time ever, this could be a history changer. Bohemond Fleming cementing his legacy even further by allowing females to inherit the throne of England. Boom. We're going to appoint him as a marshal of England, just for the sake of history, for the memory. There you go, Bella. Who would have thought it, eh? One of your own great-grandchildren, many years down the line, will become a Marshal of England. It's funny how these things work out, isn't it? For now, we're happy with the council members, although I say happy, we should really think about appointing a new... Oh, excuse me. I think it's time that King Bohemond had a reshuffle and a rethink of his cabinet. We have a Duke of Somerset with a 32 diplomacy skill. Masterful diplomat? You're not kidding. Come into the fold, Gottschalk. You're fired. You see? You bloody see! I told you! That Gottschalk was a liar. We put this man on the job, and he does it within less than a year. What's happening? Yes! Quick, pause it! He's not going to age up anymore now. Offer the peace, enforce the demands, take the land for yourself, but more importantly, we have it, the opportunity to create the Kingdom of Ireland. Whee! Poof! King Bohemond becomes King of England and Ireland, and boy, what an achievement. Somebody's been imprisoned. 37%, and already she capitulates. She's a child. She doesn't want to see this going on around her. Thank you. I'll snaffle it up. And we have done it. King Bohemond has achieved it. Becoming King of Ireland was one thing. But to see the entirety of this land under our banner brings a great big smile to his face. I tell you that. Is that my wife? Oh, my wife has died age 71. Oh, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I tell you why. Because when you live with somebody, and you're married to somebody for 30, 40 years, a long time like these two have, when you lose your loved one, it's like losing an arm. People have been known to die of broken heart syndrome. Let's just hope it doesn't happen to this man, because I want him to soldier on at least till he's 85. No! His final act. That was literally his final act. He was just about to touch the head of his family member to officially declare him the Earl. And as he was bringing his hand down to anoint the man and exchange pleasantries, he clutched his chest and rolled over off his throne and died of a heart attack at age 76. The horror in the court. Bedlam as people running around to try and save him, but no, they couldn't do it. The king at 76 died, but he couldn't help but be noticed by those crowding round the stricken body of the king, that he seemed to have a rather strange smile on his face. Yeah, that one. Okay, 13% extra. Right, go to there. Go to Fustenberg. There's somebody there I want you to kill. I want you to spy them out, mark them up for death, and ensure the deed is done. Right, come on. Her. This cow. I want her gone. 55% chance of success and only a 15% chance of being discovered. It's costing me 50 gold pieces. This is bargain of the century. Yes! Yes! Suck on that. Okay, where is she? Here she is. Varvara. Yes, it's marry, betrothed to my son. Betrothed, yes. You shall marry Tursten. Have babies, when you come of age, of course. Have babies and give them claims to Denmark. No. No, you flaming imbecile! Why of all times now do you raise your banners? No, I'm diverted. My attention is diverted away from this fiend. I'm sorry, John. It's going to cost me a bit of the old opinion and piety, but I can't allow you to live. You were the instigator, the one that rose up first and coerced these people to join your cause. I cannot physically stomach to look at you. Bye. I am not liking this. I am a man of religion. Crusades are going on and I'm not getting involved in them. It's not good enough. Should we try and assault this? Serious losses. Go for it, come on. Go for it, man. Yes, a few losses, quite serious. Excellent. Victory is ours! Yeah. Ooh, we're up into 3rd place in the war score. This is good, right. We'll replenish our numbers and then we'll assault the next place, a city. Assaulted place. Assault. Yes, good. Right, okay. There's one more place to besiege here. And once we besiege that, I think we'll call it a day. Let's have a look at this. We're King Tursten. I think we've reached as much as we're going to reach. Excellent. Ooh, he's increased the relationships. What we sent you there for? Right, okay. One last besiege, and we're done. There we go. Marvellous. Right, so we've totally obliterated this place, and now we are up to 6.9% in the war score. Yeah, 75%. I think we've done our bit. We've had our fill. Let's get our troops back home to England and let's become emperor. See you guys. It's been fun. Oh, and here we go. Oh, here we go. The war with Scotland has commenced. We have the money. We have now the piety to go with it. So once we get our clutches on this land, King Tursten of England, hope he lives to see it, will become Emperor Tursten of Britannia. My Uncle Nicholas, he's not English, but I don't care right now. Let's get him in on the action. We've got somebody else, my courtier. This king is speaking here, giving an inspiring speech about how the Flemings have risen up from orphans. Orphan boy, Duke George I was an orphan. He rose up to count, then to Duke, then from Duke to spreading along England, and then finally to King. King Bohemond I, Fleming ruler, had a vision. He saw the future. He pressed on. He forged this kingdom here in the hope that future rulers would even spring on further from that. And then there's him, the second English king. He's picking up the reins of the great Fleming dynasty. Boy, and he's going to take them forward that one extra step. For the glory of the Flemings, he's saying, as he's marching up and down the lines on his horse. Old man, 58, but he's got a spring in his step. He's more alive than he's ever been. Okay. To Lothian! And off he marches. Hello there. King Gilmichael, give me what is rightfully ours. Yes. We have a title to create. Surely we have enough now. Please, God, tell me. I've been waiting for this moment. Please tell me. Hey. What? What? No, don't do this to me. I calculated that it should be one more. You bastards. You flaming bastards. This Duke, he's been Duke. Oh, damn and blastation. Thurston the First, 61. Not quite the ripe old age of 76 like his father. And perhaps the disappointment of figuring out that he didn't quite have enough land under his control to officially form the Emperor of Britannia title was the tipping point. His stats have improved quite a bit since he first came into power. He's proven himself that he is willing to learn the art of leadership, and he's done a good job. No vassal rebellions. He's kept a firm grip, firm control, and for the most part I assume the populace is happy. Quite a bit, yes, yes. Oh! Yes! My paella might just have to go cold, because here we go. We have got it. Dietmar, Dietmar, have a title honorary. High Almoner, have it all. Have some moolah. I love you. Right. Now that the king has got over his outburst, use it and fight. Fight, fight, fight for what is right, right, right. I declare war on you, man, to claim Galloway, the last county we need. Give me Galloway, you fool! And upon doing so, give me the Empire of Britannia. I've got the de jure counties that I need. I've got the gold. I've got the piety. Whee! And here we go! Emperor Thurston of Britannia. Oh! And they all come at once like buses. So we have a claim on Mortain. How much is it going to cost us? 150 prestige and 96 gold. Oh, it grieves me deeply, my Imperial Majesty, but I will step down. I am doing a hopeless job, and you are far more suitable for the role. And buff, just like that, we gain another another county to our personal domain. Excellent. Right, so let's just double check this here. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is like shelling peas here. Dietmar, I love you, man. I love you. You're cracking on. This is exactly why I hired you. German efficiency, and I have to reward this man. He's an absolute trooper, isn't he? He's an absolute trooper. So I'm going to give him some land. I'm going to give him Galloway, and if it causes issue, so be it. Earl Dietmar of Galloway, go forth, my friend, and continue your hard work. Indexing. I'm sat here idling. Come on, right. I'm sorry, Earl Gerard. Your family, de Normandy, has ruled here in County of for generations upon generations. Unfortunately, under the rule of Emperor Thurston, that's about to come to a sticky end. As I revoke your title, due to my fabricated claim, it is mine by right, and I am Emperor, therefore I want it. Thank you so kindly. And if you want to fight for it, feel free, I'll just crush you. And of course, tithes, excellent news. You were so short on cash, I was almost having sleepless nights. No. Let me put my... No! 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 Oh! My son! Oh! The son that was tutored specifically to rule, that looked so promising! Oh! Look at this! Oh, I died of consumption. Oh! I don't want to be in charge of Fleming Humphrey. Emperor Humphrey is a stupid name. Oh! Oh my God! Yes! 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 Another victory for Emperor Turstin. Let us not dwell on it for now. I shall explain once we have done it. Enforce demands. Boom! So, Emperor Turstin, first Emperor of Britannia, first Fleming Emperor, first ruler of the Flemings to get Scotland under his complete control, and now, soon to be, very swiftly, the first Fleming ruler to completely hold the entirety of Normandy. A lot of history being made by this man.